Hello and welcome back to No One Plays. Again, back with The Awakening, episode 2. We are just about to start battle, so this is the card battle mechanic that The Awakening features heavily. And by features heavily, I mean it's way overused and kind of gets tiresome. Anyways, there's some element of randomness, like we could have had these in the front hand, but we don't. So they get to be the supporting hand. And these three here get to be my, first hand. They're in the first row, so they get into battle, and they get to be tactical. Of course, that depends on what kind of tactical abilities they have. Sometimes they're bad, but this is a good hand, I would say. Do we get to go first? We get to go first, sometimes we get to go second. That is entirely random, which I still find BS, because there's some builds that you really need to go first, and it makes all the difference if you take any damage or not. So, different weapons have kind of different abilities in this thing, and you play cards onto the board, and they will just go next to the next slot over here, essentially. You can play a set number of cards. Right now it's one per turn, because we have fewer cards, we can play fewer at the same time, but there's certain cards with special abilities. For example, these two are both dead, because this hammer does trample damage, so it does 12 damage entirely. It does to the first one all the damage it can, and then the rest of the damage goes to the second creature. If that's more than both of them, then the damage just vanishes. It doesn't go further than 2, otherwise it would be even more overpowered than it is. There's some other ones, like the spear, which goes before the last played ally. So if I could play her right now, I could get closer. And then she would go right here, but then she would be confused, and that's not really a good use of her. Especially since we see how many people that we can kill right here. This will be 2 dead in the first round. Each combat phase is made of 2 rounds, so you have to count for like each one of your guys attacking twice. And this is perfect. This is perfect because nobody will survive. None of the enemy will survive to hurt me. But also all of the enemies could attack twice if they don't get taken out first. That's a big if. We don't need to play here. You don't have to play if you don't want to. And frankly, we're not going to play her at all. Now we're going to use her to confuse, which confused cards cannot attack in the first combat round. It can only attack in the second. And each one that's played with Get Closer is actually confused in the first combat round. We could play her, but she's not going to make a difference either way. So the first 2 are dead. The next one is also dead, and he can pick and choose. Doesn't matter. Second combat round, so she's going to attack further, and he's going to attack. No problem mopping that up. It's a easy little battle, and there are tons of these, tons of such easy battles. So we're getting a whole bunch of stuff like exotic fruit that looks like a ball sack. Best kind of fruit, the ones that look like a ball sack. We got some iron, shitty material. Get a bit of clay, which, it's a construction material. Don't usually have enough to construct anything with it, though. It's buildings are very costly, so you have to save up for them a long time, and you might never get some of them. Take the stuff and leave the place. Yes, please. And this is also kind of a way the adventuring party can keep up its food supply a little bit. Just by fighting. Whoa, the boars moved far. Really? Didn't I start over here? Well, let's hope they don't move too much further. Yeah, I don't... Well, we can attack because it's not going to move us there. Ooh, we can actually do a tactical fight. So this is a kind of a cool thing. You can do tactical challenges, which have slightly less reward, but also far less of a... You don't run the risk of hurting your characters and making them die. That's the real risk of this game. That all of your characters can die. So we can just begin this now. And it's a fairly easy challenge, and we have pretty good characters. You can see like all the stats are different because it uses different stats of the characters. Characters in this are very in depth and just have a ton of stats. We get to go first, which is absolutely amazing. And we have a support ally, which we might use on him, depending on what is played. You see, they only have 2 cards, so it's very, very easy. She is not going to be enough to kill that in the first round. But together they are enough, so that's good. So attack just means it's dead. This one can only survive until the second round, but we can end it in the first round, so why not? Support ally gives her attack. Protect ally gives her more armor. Armor is essentially armor you can just lose in a battle. It's, you know, it's not health points. The other one is health points, and that will give you wounds. And wounds are really bad because they give you a chance of dying. So I really don't want that. Now we're out of moves, that's okay. They're not carrying over anyways. You know, we can just keep a lookout for resources and such. Huh. So yeah. Moonstone we probably want to go get. I never actually used Moonstone before. But sounds like an interesting resource to have. And let's go and attack the boars. Children once again gives a tactical challenge. Okay, hunt. We can go hunting. It might not turn out too well because I don't think our characters have good traits for hunting. Direct offensive will be gathering. Defensive will be life. So we're just gonna have like 1 offense on all of our characters because we don't have any gatherers around. We might have a bunch of defense, but that's not gonna help at all. Oh, the sage has some gather. So does her. Now we're just gonna go with this. It seems fine. Now we get to go first as well, so let's leave with her. I'll just get closer. I mean, we are not going to get hurt from this. The only thing that would happen is... Oh, damn it. Focusing on the wrong ones. That's like a baby sickness of this little game. They love to just focus in on the completely wrong ones and not do any damage. Even though they could do damage. I'm just gonna keep it in play because it gives us a huge disadvantage if you don't. And damn it. And we can confuse this guy, so that's good. And to get closer with her, that's definitely something that's gonna happen. And let's play him because he can survive both attacks. You only need to tank 1 really. So there we go. This confuse really helps. I mean, I get to do a whole volley of 2. I mean, that's only 5 damage really. So we get to do it beforehand. Then yes, this is a longer challenge, but it looks like we're winning here. Opponent's turn, so that's not good. So we can confuse him. No, we could have played that better. Could have played her first. Shouldn't really matter that much. It's gonna kill her, but then the first attack is gonna... Yeah. We won! And by kill, I mean just, you know, do not real damage. It's no damage to it. Anyways, we got some bladder, trash material, bone, trash material. Maybe we might build something out of bones. And some meat. Take it and leave. It's kind of nice. And now we can decide if we want to go explore some more, but I think we're just going to go back to Theodoro since the tutorial, it's advisable to do. At least I think it is. You might be able to spend your time better. I haven't played that much yet. You know, I don't have hundreds of hours of experience. I only know which ones are the best materials. And where I can get stuff. And these tutorials give me stuff. So I like them. Okay, right, we got the boars. Well done. From drowns we don't get wounds, blah blah blah, except from combat challenges. Yes, we are getting XP and such. You know, an old dungeon, good. Also, craft you 2 warhammers, alright. Will do. As soon as I get all the materials and everything. Also, that dungeon is far away. So I have 3 movement. I can spend 2 on this. They're probably gonna attack us anyways, and they're just critters. Like, they're not even anything that we really want to attack. So let's go back to our town. We're gonna drop off what we have. There's not much, but it's something, right? We have some moonstone. Can we do anything with moonstone? I mean, I know what we can do. It's just we probably can't do anything useful right now. If we had enough for a warhammer, that could be great. Stone hammers are very... Oh, holy crap. No piece of crap club. That's so bad. That's so bad. We can do that. Or we can make some clothes, which I'm inclined to do now. Since we're gonna bring back some leather. The catalyst is just used up, doesn't do anything. And we could go for the better scaled leather shirt, but I just want to keep the scaled leather for better material. Let's confirm this. And we're gonna put our crafter. God, are you really our crafter? Oh, we don't have a single crafter. That kind of sucks. So we need crafting tools fairly soon. We can get some basic ones going soon. We should go back to gathering with this guy. Yeah. Otherwise we're not gonna get enough food, I don't think. But the town is filling up, like in terms of how much fuel supplies it has and food. It has a plenty. It's restrict access to meat. And next turn. Oh great, so a random event. A ghost of a hanged man is seen in your village, hunting your people and people's dreams. He is seen coming always from the same direction and returning after several hours of hunting. Your people wake up uneasy every night and some become cursed. Your scouts soon mark a possible location of the ghost's home, so they have become deformed. And perhaps we will investigate. But I really wanted to drop off. Well, I guess I don't really have that much material. Just some iron that I would love to get working. No, we're not gonna care about that curse for now. All that deforming curse does is make us a little bit uglier, so those guys are less attractive. But it doesn't really do much other than, yeah. We're a bit in swampy territory, so that sucks. Making our movement speed slower, which makes the entire game harder because we can do less fights in a single day. We're still lacking materials and everything. So yeah, we're still scavenging for few materials. This game is awesome indeed, actually. So yes, there are some bats. We're probably just gonna pass the turn. We don't really have too much to do right now, except maybe... Well, he's already working on it. We can maybe possibly set up work on some crafting tools, but they're gonna be pretty shit. Like iron and wood, that makes for shitty crafting tools. Yeah, let's craft one. Which I don't really want to do. Oh. Have enough iron to make an iron warhammer. Actually, that's kind of cool. But it's gonna take forever with this guy in charge. So if any of our children grow up, do we have any children? Oh, start with 0 children. That sucks. That really sucks. Holy crap. We're gonna have to get some basic pastures going. Or cabbage fields. So that's gonna be the next thing I research. Some cabbage fields so we can attract children. Yes, I know. Great logic in this game. So let's search the tombs. Take your loot and exit the ruins. Okay, so we didn't gain much. Just gained a little weapon, which can be good. Again, we're gonna check the inventory because that's mostly what you do in this game. It's an inventory management game. And we're gonna check the equipment of our party. Yeah. That's a little bit heavy as expected. But shield and sword combos are even heavier. Sadly, we don't really have anything for her. Still. I'd much rather keep the shield and sword combos because it actually does give us an advantage early game. Of having some defense. So we can go to Theodore's tutorial over there. Which we'll probably do. So we're going to do a tactical fight again because they're easy. I could start auto-resolving them maybe. I'm not sure how the difficulty would affect the auto-resolve though. This one is essentially already a foregone conclusion, isn't it? 7 attacks. I can support allies, so those two will attack into this guy, and he will attack whatever card is down there. And they'll have plenty of attack. Boom. Card game done. 1. Take the loot and continue. Oh, there was nothing. Give us no loot whatsoever. That is rather disappointing. Let's go next to the hive, so they might attack us. Nope, they didn't attack us. Lame. Oh, it's becoming dark, so our vision range is impaired. That's okay, we're gonna make our way up to this little ruins to try to find more stuff. And the general way of your playing is these guys are there to get some random loot and advanced stuff, while Astoria will just get you the very most basic supplies like wood and usually some food. Usually you have wood and food. Sometimes you get like coal instead of wood, but I would say that's actually worse because it's harder to get. Ooh. It's time for the Night of the Goat. A feast in honor of and reverence of the ancestors and forefathers, the so-called Dizadi. Okay. Begin celebration. Oh my god. I gained +2 full grow on some of my guys. Great, so we don't actually have to do the Hangman's quest really. At least not for the curse. Let's begin the celebration. You set a table with food and drink and set bonfires in a circle. Begin festivities. But this night the Zodi actually appear before you. One, an elder, bearded man, speaks with heavy, coarse voice. You have done us proud, grandchildren. Now we shall cleanse you and of any curses you carry. Okay, and if your soul are ever burdened by the filth of dark magic, come to a city we once called home. Seek us out, and if you prove yourself worthy, you may be cleansed once more. The Zodi all nod in agreement and disappear. Wonderful, if we are cursed again, we'll seek out and find a city. Okay, that's great. The Zodi are actually useful. There's another one that should show up eventually. That is also kind of oriented towards helping us. But the Zodi can be really useful because curses can be nasty. There's one that gives you a big wound, so it gives you 5 wounds permanently and gives you 5 wounds whenever you get into a battle encounter. So it's really, really nasty. There's another one that gives you a wound every single turn, so you die eventually. Nasty. Oh, we get the spider's nest. Kind of cool. And we get some quartz, as well as a wicker. Oh my god, yes. Wicker will be awesome, because that enhances our gathering ability tenfold. And some seaweed, which is food. So we're just gonna have to enter our little inventory. And since wicker is also a burning material, we really don't want them to burn it. It is very, very valuable. It doesn't look like much, but it and silk will give you some of the best gathering materials out there. Or gathering tools. So, I think we're gonna go to the spider's nest. And do a tactical fight, because usually there's like 7 spiders or something like that in there. We can auto-resolve. Because you really don't have to do the easy ones after a certain point. The auto-resolve in this game works well, but you shouldn't expect to have no losses whatsoever from it. And search location. Now we can search location a couple of times. It's kind of dangerous, so I do want to save. And that's it already, I presume. Save is very quick in this game. So, you enter an underground complex that turns out to be some old, long forgotten... Oh, holy crap, I nearly forgot. We have to cut here. Seems as if time is up. And I'll see you guys next time. I was caught up in the game so much I didn't even realize how long I've been recording. Yes, guys, I'll see you in episode number 3.